Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Connor here, and today we're going to be trying to set up kind of a temporary gaming machine that I'm going to be going out of town for a little bit. One of them's kind of more like a business trip, the other one's kind of pleasure, or ish, whatever. So in this episode, we're going to be setting up the computer that I'm going to be using for that. I bring like a full desktop computer all the time so I can continue my job in real life and also to play video games sometimes if I have enough time, I guess. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Now we're going to be using an Optiplex XE2 with this. This is one that I've attempted to install Windows XP on and stuff like that before, and it didn't work. So far, the farthest back I've been able to get is like Vista, I think, on that computer. But yeah, today we're just going to be trying to install the latest edition, Windows 11. Now, you guys can take this as kind of a tutorial, or maybe you want to do this a lot better, of how to install Windows 11 on unsupported hardware, because the thing only has TPM 1.2, and I don't think this processor is supported. I'll have to guarantee that. But we're going to be installing Windows 10, which of course is not supported anymore. Yes. And we're going to be trying to do Windows 11. Now, I've known how to do this. I've done it on a few computers before, but it really isn't sustainable, and I'll explain why as the operating system is installing. But anyway, I've got the Linux Mint one that I used in the last episode. We're just going to use this as kind of a thing here, so that way we can get this. I think it's Windows 10 Professional x64. There you go. I guess I could use Home or Professional. It doesn't really matter. GPT scheme for UEFI. I want to make sure that's good. It doesn't really matter what the volume label is. And sweet. Okay. So now she's going to be creating the file system on there. And if I have labeled these drives correctly, this one should have a copy of Hiren's boot CD on it. I figured we might as well go the old school Duraga 1 route of partitioning the hard drive because, why not, right? I don't have a very good track record using Hiren's because on the monitor I have, or maybe the graphics card or something like that, it gets through the normal, like, original stage, but the second it gets to the stage where it, like, increases to your native resolution or something, like it likes to do, it doesn't show up. Apparently, it detects the native resolution that my monitor cannot display for some reason, and it doesn't show up, and I can't do anything. And then after a while, the computer starts to go beeping, like beep, something like that, So, don't know what the deal is with that, but I'm hoping maybe since I have it through a capture card now, that it won't give me that problem, because I'm just displaying the actual data. I'm displaying like the pass-through data, the HDMI pass-through through the capture card. So it's seeing the capture card, and the capture card's just dumping out whatever it sees. By the way, I recommend, if you use computers a lot and you have backups or whatever, I recommend getting a few thumb drives and just putting software on it. A good thing is this Acronis True Image right here, so that way you can take backups and restore from. And Hiren's boot CD, which will allow you to go in, partition hard drives, and take some files off and whatnot. Gparted Live also works if you want to go there. Linux Mint, of course, is what I use. I really like it. So I definitely recommend getting like some Hiren's boot CD stuff. I just bought like 12 thumb drives, and I put a bunch of weird software on it. But let me see if this one actually still has Hiren's in it. If not, I'm going to update it. Okay, she's in, and yep, it is a Hiren's boot CD, so I did label it correctly. Very nice. So that's all we need to do on the main PC. Let's move over to the one we're going to be doing this on. Okay, so we're in the XE2's BIOS menu. This looks quite a bit more sophisticated than the HP machine that I use in a lot of my other videos, which will allow us to adjust this stuff pretty simply. Now, we do have the UEFI option select, and the secure boot is disabled. I'm not even going to be worried about that, because even if we do enable it, it's not going to be Windows 11, because the TPM, the Trusted Platform Module, let's see here, TPM Security, this one is TPM 1.2. So, yeah, right now it's deactivated, but Yeah, you get what I mean. So it's enabled and visible in the operating system. When disabled, the BIOS will not turn on the TPM during post. The TPM will be non-functional and invisible to the operating system. So yeah, again, this is 1.2. This isn't 2.0, so it's not going to be supported. And even if it was, I don't think that this processor, the Intel i7, is recognized and supported on Windows 11. So there's really no reason to get the other things. If one of them's going to be wrong, it's still not going to let you update the normal way. So yeah, this is going to be fine. The UEFI mode, which is what we wanted. And so let's exit and let's get back into the boot menu. Okay, so this is your one-time boot menu. Boot meds set to UEFI secure boot off. That's perfectly fine. What we're going to be doing is launching the USB storage drive, which is going to be hopefully my Hiren's boot CD. Yep, that's correct. We're going to go down to Parted Magic, and it's going to ask you another question in a second here. After it boots up. Actually, no, it doesn't. Interesting. So it sets up the devices here, and then it switches over to... Okay, so it's detecting an output because it's not saying that Elgato is not supported or anything like that. It's not saying anything like that. So, but it's still, yep, and there goes the beeping. So that's the problem I'm having with Hiren's, and yeah, I just don't think this computer supports it. So I'm going to be moving back over to the Linux Mint, which is old reliable. Well, that was a pain in the ass to get working. I tried doing it first, and then it said, it cannot find the file or whatever. It cannot download the file. And so I switched to a different version of Rufus, and it said, oh, this drive is in use. You can't use a drive that's in use, you fucking idiot. And so I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And so I went to disk management, and I deleted the partition, and then it worked. So, fun issue, but I got it solved now. So anyway, we're loading into a Linux Mint now. Oh yeah, I forgot this thing launches in like a tiny FP thing. That's only... Okay. 1440p is the one we want. Okay, now we go to Gparted, which you guys are familiar with this. This is the one I installed Windows Vista on to do the ME video. That was annoying. Actually, this one is the one that I loaded up using this one says Windows 7 on it as well. We're just gonna nuke both of these because do not need them. We're going to make them both GPT, keep it real, keep it into the future. There's nothing on these drives that I want to keep. There's just stupid videos. Anyway, 450, this is the one that we're going to use. So I'm just going to let Windows do whatever it wants with that one. This one's the one we're going to use for games. So we can actually create a new partition, make it... And TFS, we're going to call it Steam Library. Just keep it simple. And there you go. So that one should be it has this partition in there, so that way I know. And plus it's a different size, so I'm not going to accidentally do it. This is that Samsung SSD that I used in the Vista video. And yeah. We're going to be installing Windows 10 onto it. Okay, so now that I'm in here, we've got both of these right here. We got the NIC going on, the UEFI, vendor C product code, whatever the heck is this all is. Back on Windows 7, I wasn't able to install onto the SSD, the one that I've got in here now. So I don't know what in the world the problem with that is. But yeah, so... I guess I'll throw that higher than the Nix. I don't know. Legacy, if I move over to that, and I got the Samsung is already at the top, I don't think that really makes a difference, but I don't know what's going to happen there. So yeah, I don't know why this thing is not letting me install onto it, but it might just be a weird Windows 7 issue, and it might not surface here. So I'm just going to try it, and we'll see what happens. Oh, what in the hell happened here? That is not the right way to do it. I hope that does not persist in the actual operating system. Look at that. It's like the logo's in the wrong spot, but like that is good. Anyway, yeah. Oh, it looks like this is the one of the pirated versions, so we have to make sure we choose the right option to use the one for people who use their own product key. So yeah, got this going. Good job, install now. And yeah, we'll just let her go. I hopefully it doesn't pop up as the okay. So yeah, for those with their own license key, we want to make sure we choose that one because we don't. These ones are like on original equipment. This one is a pirated version, which is bad. So we're gonna use the license key one. This is the most legit one that this one has. I accept the license terms. Custom. Oh, actually, it does. Okay, so the issue that I was having before was when I went on this drive, it said, "Hey, you cannot install on this drive because your computer won't let you," or some weird thing like that. This is the exact same setup, and it's allowing both of them. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a weird Windows 7 issue, and it doesn't surface here. But let's go ahead and create a bunch of weird partitions here, and I'll press next. So yeah, pretty simple. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Windows 11 install now. So Windows 11 is a picky son of a bitch, as I'm sure a lot of you know. It does not allow you to install onto computers that it doesn't like. It doesn't allow you to install any computers without TPM 2.0. This one has 1.2. It does not allow you to install with computers that have Secure Boot disabled or not at all. This computer does have Secure Boot, but I don't have it enabled right now. And it doesn't allow you to install onto any processor that it considers to be outside of its like range, I guess you could call it. I'm pretty sure this processor is not within that range. And basically what that means is even if you have all the other requirements, TPM, Secure Boot, and everything else that it requires, a processor with more than one core, this thing still won't let you install Windows 11 if you don't have the right processor, which is just kind of ridiculous if you ask me. Like, and Windows 10, obviously people are still using it, so people are still going to be writing software that can run on Windows 10 because it still has a good market share despite being out of support now. But yeah, eventually it will stop and people will stop releasing software. And then you'll be in a situation like I was trying to get weird software to work on Windows Vista, but it'll be on Windows 10 because nobody really supports it. So you have to go with older versions of software. You have to track down for hours or whatever. And it's not exactly the kind of experience people want. So the ultimate goal is to upgrade to Windows 11. Now, there are ways to bypass it pretty easily, and I'm going to be showing you one of these ones that I use. But the thing about them is it's not going to be a permanent solution because even if you get Windows 11 installed on a computer, it still checks and it still like makes sure that it's on, supported hardware and whatnot. And if it ever detects that it's off, it will not give you version updates past the one you're currently on. This was an issue on my computer, and I didn't realize it. It wasn't giving me, I was still on 23H2, and it wasn't giving me any of the new updates, even though how many times I went into, like, the hardware profile or whatever. Every single time I would go through, it would not have any Windows updates for me. It didn't have 24H2, it didn't have 25H2, it never would give it to me, and everyone was always talking about, oh yeah, you just have to wait, because eventually it's like rolled out like over a period of time, like a few months. You'll get it eventually, but I never got it. The reason that I didn't get that update is because at some point I had deactivated Secure Boot, and I didn't realize that at all. I didn't realize that it was deactivated. So one day I checked the like health tool or whatever, and it said, "Oh yeah, by the way, you can't install Windows 11 on this computer because there's no Secure Boot." It was on my motherboard, it just wasn't enabled. That was my problem. So I enabled the Secure Boot option, and within a few weeks, I can't remember, I got the update. So it's on the latest version now. But that's the case here. So even if you do have Windows 11 on a computer like this, you're going to have to install like the ISO every so often and redo it, which is annoying. to get the newest version. And you might end up in a situation like you had before where some software may not work on the older versions of Windows 11, or maybe some software, or maybe just like it will be an old outdated version and therefore open to being hacked or open to malware and all that. So you might just end up in the same situation you were in Windows 10. That kind of sucks. And of course, there's always a chance that Windows 11 26 H2 or whatever they're going to do next will release something which this processor straight up does not support. And I won't be able to get it even if I wanted to. So it's not really a permanent solution. That's why, and all of the like production, the things that I use all the time, like day to day, that's why I don't do shit like this, because it's not a good solution and eventually will not work. Anyway, let's get the region. Yeah. So yeah, it's not exactly a permanent solution, but for like a few months, it's fine. That's why I'm all right doing it now. And this is an option still if you guys want to go through all this. It's just not something I would recommend. But yeah, this stuff is pretty temperamental, and even though my computer fully supports Windows 11, all of the requirements, the little, system bits that you have to do, it still might not work if those things aren't activated. And I couldn't figure it out for the longest time why I wasn't getting the update, because I was still on 23H2 and I was not getting the newer updates that everyone else was getting. And now I know. Okay, how would you like to set up? Set up for personal use. Technically, I'm going to be like using this in a commercials for like my work and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's considered personal use. Anyway, we're going to call this Vacation PC. There you go. And I don't want to use a password. So this is how easy it was to set up an offline account back in the day. I'm not turning any of this shit on. Microsoft, get out of here. It was a lot easier back in the day to set up a local account. Nowadays, they're really trying to like push for you to like link it to a Microsoft account, which I do have on my main PC. But for something like this, I'm not going to go through that effort. Can't tell if that was just my graphics driver or not. I don't think it is, because the letters are still huge, but the fucking the thing went blank for a second and came back. So I don't know. Windows 10 usually does a good job figuring out this computer, so eventually we'll get it, even if it is only the like Microsoft driver. That's weird. So yeah, it says NVIDIA control panel. I don't know why it's still absolutely massive. %300%, and it, wow. Oh yeah, that's just the whatever, the graphics card pushing this stuff. And it looks kind of weird on my screen. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah. So let's actually look at dev. Oh wow, I'm stupid. I put the period. What did I do wrong this time? I'm just gonna type it again. Okay, so we didn't get the Bluetooth, we didn't get the SM bus, but we did get the RTX 2060, which is basically what I wanted. So yeah, what is going on with this? This is blurry as shit. I don't know what the heck is going on. I mean, it looks fine on the graphics cards. It looks fine on your guys' end, I think, from what I can tell, but it looks blurry for me. Maybe if I get a restart. I don't know. Anyway, start without your data. No, I don't want to do that. Continue, confirm and start browsing. Then you immediately go to firefox.com. I can't type today. What is going on with me? Because I don't like to use Edge, especially with this absolute abomination these days. So I'm going to take out this Bluetooth adapter because I will have support for the Wi-Fi card thing, which I do want to get working, because the hotel Wi-Fi, you have to have Wi-Fi. So let me unplug that this one because I'm not gonna need it. Okay, there we go. I got that because this would not work on Windows. There was no Windows 7 drivers for it because it's too new. So that's the reason I did that. Anyway, what we're gonna do is look up the Dell Optiplex XE2 driver pack for Windows 10. Windows 10 driver cab. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Download that, and then we're gonna get WinRAR because it's a cab. WinRAR. Latest version of WinRAR should hopefully still work on Windows 10. I don't think they have implemented any weird stuff. And then we're going to go to NVIDIA and actually get the NVIDIA driver, because if I want to think this, I think this is just from Microsoft. Yeah, well, it's a signer, but it is say NVIDIA, but I don't know. Let's just get the actual thing and have it do it. Drivers. There you go. So we're looking for our GeForce RTX 20. Oh, for God's sake, NVIDIA, what? Fix your shit. And then we got the Auto Detect 2080 Ti. I certainly wish, my good sir. Windows 10 64-bit. All right, perfect. Okay, this is the XE2 driver pack. So I'm just gonna move that over to the desktop. 1 inch of snow on Sunday. Well, shit, that sucks. Won't be going outside on Sunday. I'll tell you that much. I'll stay my ass inside next to the fireplace. Not that I go outside anyway. All right, so we're gonna set this up. I'm just gonna go to update driver, and we're gonna browse my computer, and we're gonna have it move into that XE2 file. And we'll see if it works. Okay, that got installed. Let's do this. Driver, update driver. It's automatically in there. And it looks like it found that one as well. Okay, now that this one has been installed successfully. I don't know what's taking this one so long, but we'll get it. Oh, okay. There's errors on that one. That's fine. Okay, now let's try this one. Oh yes, this one must be the Wi-Fi of that Bluetooth card, which is the only reason I really bought it. Oh, for God's sake, dude. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't think I ever got this driver working, actually. I think it's just a COM port or something like that, so it doesn't really matter. But it is always going to have a conflict here that doesn't like to work. Got some driver installing going on here. NVIDIA's over here, and then the like chipset drivers being installed on this side. Boom, yep, SM bus controller. Great. Okay, so this is the if you were wondering, it's an i7 something. Where the fuck is the processors, dude? Am I stupid? I don't see processors. Oh, they're down here. i7 4790. So it's a 4th gen i7 running at 3.6. Not the most promising thing in the world. I'm pretty sure it's a CPU bottleneck right now. I don't want the NVIDIA app. Screw that. Express, that's fine. Okay, so just do that command right there. I have activated the machine in my spare time here. I don't know why it didn't ask me to put in the product key during the install phase, but it's fully activated now. But yes, Windows 10 Pro. He has been. How do you even see that on this fucking thing? I still. Oh gosh, it's still blurry as shit. Oh, I gotta restart. Okay, that's probably why. This XE2 has had like as soon as I start complaining about how fast it's still blurry. What the fuck? As soon as I complain about how slow it is, it fucking speeds up. It's great. It's 2560 by 1440. You can go to 120 hertz, but that's not gonna change anything. Oh my god, it actually did. Holy cow, it's like sharp now. What in the world? Okay. All right, interesting. Interesting. I did not realize 120 hertz would change it. I guess it's right. I mean, it was expecting 120 hertz and it just wasn't getting it. So maybe that was the problem to begin with. Anyway, whatever. Now we have, oh wait, no, we still need the Wi-Fi driver. That's right. Wait, did I get it? I think it found it. I don't know. It's strange now. Intel Management Services. So can I get Bluetooth now? Looks like I can. Does it find my Wi-Fi? It does. Look at that. Okay, that's my Wi-Fi. I'm not sure which this one is, but it is kind of funny. But yeah, it's working. Interesting. Okay, looks like this is the only one it's not finding yet. Let's just, I guess we'll just look this up. It says it's an HP driver. What in the world? This is not right at all. This is a Dell computer, but whatever. Your system does not meet the minimum requirements for this. A PCI modem? Okay, we don't need that. So that's apparently what this is, a PCI modem. Interesting. Okay, so I'm fine with this. This is fine. It's got the NVIDIA drivers, and it's got the Bluetooth and the wireless drivers, which is good. It's a PCI Express card in there, which does Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. I really only got it for the Wi-Fi because that's what I need in hotels and all that stuff. Because, you know, you got no ether. Actually, I did have a hotel once with an Ethernet connection, and I definitely did not expect that. That's usually not the norm. But yeah, it did work. But usually you need Wi-Fi, so that's what I got this from. Anyway, let's just talk about installing Windows 11 now, because I got everything else installed. So if we try to go to Windows Update, and it should just give me check. Oh, maybe this isn't. Maybe this version of Windows 10 is too. Oh yeah, wait, no. Installing Windows 11 on eligible devices. Can I upgrade to Windows 11? But we could do PC health check, because I think that's what she's called. How do you use the Windows? Learn more. Will no longer provide free software updates for Windows Update, technical assistance, or security fixes for Windows 10. Your PC will still work, but we recommend going to Windows 11. Yeah, if it didn't work, that would not work out. For people would freak the fuck out if it didn't work. Why am I on Edge, bro? This is ridiculous. I have to go here to get. You know, if Edge was a little less garbage, maybe I wouldn't be so upset about using it. You know what I mean? So this will give me a thing here. So yes, this I was correct. This processor isn't currently supported for Windows 11. The processor is the Intel Core i7-4790 CPU, and of course TPM 1.2, which is yeah. So that can't run anyway. So you can't directly update to Windows 11 through PC things like this. But yeah. What we can do is just go to Windows and download it. And we can get this directly from Microsoft, which is a little bit different from the way it used to work before. Which is why I had a bunch of, like, pirate ISOs, because, like, that's the only way you could do it. You couldn't just download directly from them. Oh yeah, this has to run on the desktop for some reason. Otherwise, it doesn't run. I don't know why. Okay, there we go now. Okay, so this is going to give you a few updates, and then it'll tell you what versions you want. It'll give you the recommended for this PC, which is just regular Windows 11, because there is no 32-bit version anymore. And we just needed an ISO file. And we're going to call it Windows 11 25H2. I think that's what it is. Maybe they got 26H2 at this point. I have no clue. So anyway, yeah, this thing's just going to download and create the ISO file for us. Okay, so I'm going to be using this open source repository called Flyby or Flyoob. Oh no, Flyby 11. Okay, yeah, and you can find this in the description if you would like to. Let's just go ahead and download this one. This file is not commonly downloaded. I do not care. This thing is still creating our Windows 11 media, but in the meantime, I'll explain a little bit how this works. So, you just run anyway, because I don't know why it still thinks it's a thing here. So you're going to do this, activate. We're just going to do the upgrade. So we're going to go run this, and it's going to go ahead and go up, start up. And then what you're going to do is, I think we could just like, can we just drop an ISO? Okay, gotcha. So you can just drop an ISO here, bypass compatibility and driver checks. Yes, that's what we want. And I think Windows is the tool is now done because I can see it now. Oh no, it isn't. It's still going. Okay, so we're just gonna patch, select ISO from local computer. I'm just gonna drop it in there. So it'll check it. Yeah, so it's gonna bypass. And it should just automatically upgrade after it's checked everything. And we're gonna see Windows 11 can now proceed from follow the instructions in the setup window. So install Windows Server. It says Windows Server, but that's not what it is. And I'm not going to make the installation better. Sorry, Microsoft. You can't get my data this time. You can't get my data, says the guy installing Windows 11. Actually, I should adjust the date and time while I'm waiting, because I'm not in Pacific. I'm in Eastern. The fuck? There we go. Perfect. Microsoft terms and conditions. Except, I read them that quickly. Yeah, we're going to keep everything. That's fine. Making sure you're ready to install. And check for updates. It shouldn't find any because I just downloaded this ISO directly off the website. So okay, it says ready to install now. When I press the button, it'll take up the entire screen because you're not really supposed to be doing anything with your computer while this is happening. It is false though. You can still do it if you really want to, but let's do it. There you go. So it's like taking up the entire screen, and it makes you think like it's this big install menu, but I mean, you literally just have to do that if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it go. Hurry up, Windows Server. 87%, come on, man. Let's go. This might take a while. Yeah, that's no kidding. What the heck, bro? And I had another problem with my audio. I don't think I lost anything because I think I know what happened. This goddamn microphone stand has sucked. I bought a new one on Amazon, but it's not going to be here until Sunday, so I still have to use this old broken one. It just comes right off my desk. The mount for it doesn't work anymore, so I have to get a new one. So when it fell off my desk, the cable unplugged, and that caused Audacity to stop working. That's basically what happened, but I'm pretty sure that everything I recorded before is still fine. We're going into the second section. Your PC will restart in a few moments, and after that, it's going to restart in this weird kind of mode, like an all-black mode, and it says upgrading. It'll probably still say Windows Server, but you'll be able to see pretty much the same thing now, but it actually will be like outside of your operating system now. Like we're now permanently leaving the Windows 10 install that we just made behind, and we're going into the future. I'm pretty sure a Windows 10 key can still activate Windows 11, right? Right? Because if not, we're going to have a problem, and I might just have to buy another version, because I don't have any spare Windows 11 keys. Well, technically the one it's using right now isn't a spare. It's just the one I use for this computer. But I don't have a Windows 11 key for it, so hopefully it stays activated. We're actually getting the solid progress thing there. If you remember before it was just a bunch of dots, and now it's actually solid. That indicates Windows 11. Yeah, that's how I can tell the difference. But it still has the Dell because it's GPT and it just shows up there. So, but if you had a master boot record or something like that, it would actually show the Windows logo instead of the Dell there. So yeah, that's how that works. And the one on my computer, my main PC, because it's not an OEM motherboard, I just built it myself. It shows the logo of the motherboard. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh my god, it's doing something. The bar looks different. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. The black screen. It says working on updates, and it'll say your computer may restart a few times. That's fine. And now this is the stage where we're out of the operating system, and it's just working on upgrading the computer. And yeah. Pretty much when you get to this point, you can pretty much expect nothing bad to happen, because Windows, the installer for Windows would not let it proceed to this stage if it noticed anything wrong, I think. Don't quote me on that. I remember doing this whole like process on another computer, and it got to like 99% on the first menu, and then it just like closed out. It gave me an error message and it closed out, and it brought me back to my desktop on Windows 10. I think maybe like it installed it and then it detected that, hey, this shit's not gonna work, bro, and it just kicked me back to my desktop. But yeah, since we got past that step, I think we're fine. God damn, I've been here for like a half an hour. Let's go. But yeah, let's show you. This thing runs Windows 11 just fine. I've installed it on this computer before, so I have no clue why Microsoft is being this way, not letting us do this automatically. This computer should be able to upgrade. I don't care what anybody says. This thing don't deserve no damn landfill. Hey, we got to 100%, and whoa, look at that. All right, so now we're back to the dots. I don't know why the solid loading bar doesn't get into the actual system here. But yeah, you're getting things ready. Very good. This might take a few minutes. Don't turn off your PC. I assume it's just like trying to figure out drivers or whatever at this stage, but since I've already done that, it shouldn't have too much to install. Please keep your PC on and plugged in. Wait, so I couldn't keep the PC on and unplug it, bro. What are you talking about? If my PC is on, of course it's plugged in. Maybe it says that like, but it's only meant to like if you're a laptop. So I don't know why it's showing up for me. This ain't no laptop. Oh, it's plugged into a fucking UPS. That's probably why. And it doesn't have the drivers for it. Okay, I understand now. It's probably detecting the battery and being like, oh, wow, this computer has a battery it's plugged into. It has to be a laptop. Okay, this looks cool, but that damn context menu, bro, I swear I hate this thing. I always try and figure out how to get this disabled using the registry, but whatever. I'm gonna get it off of this because this fucking thing is there all the time. I guess we'll just get it onto a dark mode setting. That's fine. And then what we'll do is move our taskbar, because right now it shouldn't let me fuck with this if it's not if it's not activated. So I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, we're going to align that to the left, like where it should be on every operating system. Microsoft, why do you make that center the default? Fuck's sake, this context menu and shit. So let's see. She is active. Look at that. Digital license and everything. All right, so correct. I didn't need to get your damn Windows 11. Actually, while I was there, I should have checked this out. I don't need to get a damn Windows 11 key, which is nice, because they're not cheap. 25H2, that is correct. That's what we are on. Okay, so if you're ever in an experience where you have to deal with the fucking context menu, this is all you gotta do. Reg add that FVE. Okay, never mind. Okay, so this one has a restart computer option. I'm not gonna do that, but there you go. Let's see if that works. God damn it, what do you mean? Okay, that was weird. I got that working. Finally, now we just restart. Restart. Wow, that was quick. And now, and look at that! Okay, it's gone. Perfect. That's not the only thing I want to fix, but that's a good start. Okay, well, let's take a look at Device Manager again and see if there are any new driver problems. And it looks like it's just those two that are still not working, and everything else is working just fine. Okay, well, let's get Steam on this thing, and I'll have to install other things to use for my job and stuff, but I'll do that off camera. This is a gaming video, okay? Yeah, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not gonna run it. Actually, I probably should have, because yes, I do want to run it. Okay, so audio is working for you guys. I'm not gonna be able to hear any of the stuff, but I just want to make sure everything's doing just fine. By the way, if you don't like the new sound menu, which I don't, this thing sucks to use. You could just press more sound settings and it brings up the legacy one that actually allows you to do everything, which is nice. So that, yeah, good job for that. How many fucking updates is Steam gonna have to install? Jesus. I downloaded this literally from the main page. It should have all the updates already. Anyway, we'll take a look at our usage right at the, just like idling, not really doing much of anything. Got 5 gigs of memory. Wow, the CPU usage just spiked there installing Steam. Yeah, this CPU is kind of underpowered for this whole thing. But yeah, the GPU is sitting at 31C doing absolutely nothing. The SSD, 12%. Memory usage is at 5, which is probably just the Firefox and Steam install causing most of that. Windows 11's a RAM hog. You know how it is. This thing has 16 gigs of DDR3 in it. An i7-4790. And yeah, pretty simple. All right, very good. So what it's showing on the screen right now is actually like streamable stuff from my main PC. That's why it shows everything. And if you switch over to what's on your own PC, it won't show anything. Let's just grab the ones that we want to install. I've been wanting to play Life is Strange again, so we'll get those. Papers, Please, sort of none of that stuff. I don't really want any of that. Black Mesa is kind of like my test game, so we'll install that. Let's take a look here. I'm not going to worry about GTA. I guess I'll run Half-Life 2, even though it's pretty simple. It's probably not going to be anything weird. I play Not for Broadcast sometimes on the road and stuff. Hitman, sure, let's do that. Persona 4. Let's grab the Portal games. Star Trek Resurgence, yeah, right. Supermarket Simulator, Uno Unturned. We'll grab We Happy Few and Watch Dogs. Welcome to the Game. I don't want any of that. I think that's good to start off with. We'll get Stellars. Yeah, those are kind of fun to play. I have all the fucking DLCs of that game. It's crazy. Anyway, we'll install Selected. And what I want to do is adjust our thing here. So let's go ahead and add a drive. And we're going to do it on the local. We're going to do local C, D. We're going to make this kind of like my main drive default. And why is this? What is this? Oh no, there you go. Okay, so can I get rid of the Steam library on this one? No. So I can only keep. I can't remove this one. Repair and rename are my only options. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to install Selected, and we're going to put them on the Steam library, the 1 terabyte drive. We'll go ahead and install, and yeah, I'm going to have to accept all these EULAs and shit. And what's going to happen is it will transfer all the files over from my main PC, because they're both on the same Ethernet network. So I won't have to worry about like any kind of like actual downloading. It's just going to transfer the files directly from my main PC over to this one, which is nice. And it takes a little bit less time. Because theoretically, it should just be able to go at a sustainable 1 gigabit per second as is normal for networks. It doesn't seem to be doing that much, but whatever. It's already at 33%, so I'll just wait. Okay, so I'm going to allow downloads per gameplay, and I'm just going to get my testing games installed first, which is I'm going to start off with Black Mesa, because that's the one I use to start off with everything. Because, I mean, there are some levels that are pretty crazy. Like, a lot of the games are... Like, Grand Theft Auto 5 would be fine, but that game is pretty optimized these days, so I don't know. Okay, so we're pretty much maxing out the SATA 3 bus with the network. It can only run... Actually, I don't know if that's the case. It's weird. I don't know how the fuck this is. This says disk usage 1 gigabit. I don't know. This is that SATA drive, and yeah, incorrect. We're not maxing it out. We're actually barely even touching it. What the heck's going on here, man? I guess the CPU is kind of the bottleneck in this circuit. The CPU is always going to be the bottleneck, I feel like. We're just like hitting like 90% with this. Could probably go faster if I had a better CPU. All right, it's complete. Black Mesa is ready to play. Let's just go ahead and get in game and test this out. It auto detected high quality. I guess that's fine. And but it's 1440p. This is native resolution. And let's boot up one of my favorite looking parts of this game. Zen, just the way I love the way the Zen map is designed in Black Mesa. It's beautiful. So here we are, we're in the portal. I can't hear anything, so I assume that it's all linked up for you guys. If not, I'll have to fix it in post. Sometimes I have to do like some weird OBS fuckery to get it to work, like to get the audio to like match up with the video. Sometimes it's like 2-3 seconds off, and that's just no bueno. No bueno, nobody likes that. Now we're getting up. We're on a high quality at 1440p. I don't think we probably have a resolution cap. Let me check. Or I mean a frame rate cap. I don't think we do. Vertical sync is off. Field of view 90, full edit. So yeah, we're not capped in our FPS at all. I'm not entirely sure what this is written at because I don't have it like wrote off. But yeah, I mean that looks awesome. You see, I just love the way that this map is played. It's just like, I don't know, I like it. I've always liked this kind of spacey vibe. This looks like something that would be in Stellaris or something, some kind of weird like alien galaxy or something like that you're trying to take over. And that right there is where you're trying to get up there. This does take a little bit to move through, but yeah, this is definitely playable. I mean, I didn't really expect it to be that bad or anything like that. I didn't expect it to like not work. I just wanted to see what it was like. That's all. And it's very nice. I'm not really gonna be playing this game like as I'm out, but I mean, I could definitely use this just like as a regular gaming PC. You gotta remember, like my old gaming PC before I got my new one was a 1060. Yeah, that was nothing compared to what I have today. So yeah, I mean, I'm used to putting up with. I don't need like super like 200 FPS or something like that to survive. Right? I don't need anything like that. I just more so prefer it for the video. It looks a little bit nicer. But since this is a source engine, you can play with everything. It's fun. Yeah, I got this. I'm gonna take this box with me. I'm gonna throw it at the hound eyes. What's up, you bitches? What? What happened to him? Oh shit! I can't hear anything, so it's hard to see that they're sneaking up on you. Usually you can tell because they make a noise. But I don't know when this like weird looking blood thing started to appear in Black Mesa. Like, I think it was an update. I don't think my original playthrough of this game had that. No, it's gone. Oh god! Still can't get away from the peeper puppies. Too bad I can't go back to the healing stuff now. I'm gonna have to go back through the footage to see it, but yeah. The only thing that would make this setup any better is if I could hear it, and that's not going to be a problem when I use it on in the hotel because I'll have a headphone set up to it. It's just from this setup right now, it's going through my capture card, so you guys can hear it. I can't. But yeah, it's pretty cool. These are like those like crystals that Gordon was putting into the anti-mass spectrometer, if I understand the lore correctly. But yeah, definitely playable. Was a lot better. This is better than the old gaming PC I had. So yeah, let's move on. That gave our GPU an extra fucking 30 degrees just playing that game. 64Cs though is still perfectly reasonable. This case doesn't have the best airflow. Anyway, this is more so the game I'm going to be actually playing because I'll show you when I get in there. I'm trying to do like the all ending run, and I've got it all like named out to what I'm going to be doing based on the like run-throughs of the actual game. I didn't realize this game was 44 gigabytes, but you know, I guess that makes sense because there's a lot of fucking footage in this game, and it's probably all super compressed anyway. But it's still, you know me, all of my fucking footage takes over like almost half of a 20 terabyte drive. So me of all people know that footage can get really damn, you know, not very space efficient. All right, so these are the all endings profile name. I actually set up a whole document like this. As you can see, Plan A, Ellen and Jeremy both are dead. Path B, only Jeremy's alive. Path C, only Ellen is alive. And then Path D is the path where they're both alive. These ones that I crossed out are the endings that I've gotten already. And this is the name of the little ending thing that you get at the end of it. So Path A means that Alan and Jeremy are both dead. Advance means that Advance is the one that I'm prioritizing, and then No means no footage. Wait, let me see. No, yes, no, path, number, government, footage, yes or no. Oh, that means at the end whether I choose to play the ending little thing, because sometimes, actually on every single ending there'll be two options. Like one of them is Bozeman actually says, hey, you need to play this footage, it's all on to you, and if you press yes, then it shows it. If you press no, then it doesn't. So yeah, those are the different endings that you get. Then these ones are Disrupt, which means Disrupt is the one that I prioritize over Advance, and then Neutral means I don't care about any of them. And that's how you get the middle ground one, which honestly, Path D, Neutral, N is probably the best ending. That's probably the ending that I like the most out of this game. There we go. Not for Broadcast has been completed, so let's play that. This game isn't really that hard to play. Like the is kind of, it's kind of easy to run. I'm gonna have a 1080p monitor, so it's not even gonna have to deal with 1440p. Oh, what happened to Elgato? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's not even gonna have to deal with 1440p or anything like that, but you have existing save data is not currently attached to a profile. Would you like to combine it into one profile? This may take a few minutes. Yeah, nah. Okay, so this is one we get here. So let's switch to all endings. And then if I play and I go in the campaign, then you can actually see which one I'm working on. So I'm working on Path B, the Disrupts playthrough, and then I do show the footage at the end. So that's what I'm working on right now. So yeah, this is the game I'm going to be playing. I guess I'll just play. I'm not going to be saving any of this stuff, but I just want to see how it all works and everything. I don't expect that it'll be too crazy, but... And yep, it works pretty much as I expect. Shut the fuck up, Bozeman. Turn that on, turn these up here, get your advertisements loaded in. Yeah, all that stuff. It's actually hard to do on without hearing it. Yeah, half of this game, actually more than half of this game, I think it's just being able to understand and hear, because you have to listen to all the broadcasts in order to, you know, effectively do it. So I don't think you can actually play this game without audio very easily. Okay, so this is OG Portal again. Not really expecting much here in the way of, where's the turret testers? I don't know. I don't know much about this game. I probably should. Why does it go from... Oh, never mind. It goes from, like, 4, 8, 10, 13? That is strange, bro. Actually, I think it's this one. Okay. Yep. This game runs pretty... Even on a potato, I'm pretty sure this game will run pretty easily. Let's do SV, cheats, 1, impulse...
The appropriate chamber for this testing sequence.
This will be easy to take care of these fucking turrets like this. With a live file course. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, no inconvenience at all, bro. Let's go. Hey, what's up, bitch? Very easy.
I don't hate you.
Pretty simple. What's up, bro? I could go like that, actually. Oh, wow, that. It still shows the, like, Gordon Freeman, like, HEV suit. It's funny. There's no fucking ant lions here that can help me. Bitch, get wrecked. And you can go back here and get the Ratman den. The cake is a lie. Yes, it very much is. Fucking hell. Okay, yeah. Again, the OG Source 1 games, they're pretty easy to run, to be honest. I mean, Black Mesa is kind of an exception to that, but I mean, like on my main PC, Black Mesa didn't run that well at all. I had to like adjust the settings and shit. Oh, I forgot I had a revolver too. That's gonna be easy as well. Yeah, this is kind of cheating. I don't know if you could tell at this point. Don't even need to use the portal gun anymore. Sweet. And your boy did it. I watched a video from like Jolly Wancor, I think, where all of the courses are like OSHA approved. It's kind of funny. I actually might need to use the portal gun here. So sad. Oh fucking hell, you bitch. Can't believe it. I had to use the portal gun in order to get this to work, man. What's up, bro? Oh yeah? I've got a gravity gun, fucker. Oh. You can't do that through the portal. Yeah. That's right. You know what? I'll help you.
Well done,
Not.
Android. The enrichment center once again reminds
perfect.
you
Very
that
well. Okay, well, I don't really... I think that's about it. I think I managed to get everything done that I wanted to. I'm just going to wait for these games to install. I might install some more as well if I decide that I want to play those too. But yeah, it's not going to be too long, then I'm going to be away. And I'm probably not going to be even having that much time to play games anyway, because I'm going to be out enjoying myself. But yeah, there we go. That's going to have to be it for today, guys. I'll see you later.